Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a quick stream here and we're going to be ripping some 2023-2024 Panini Prizm basketball. Obviously, very big set. Prizm's always the big set for most sports. We're going to be looking for Wemby, of course, his rookie card. I'm not a massive fan of the way it looks. Like, there's kind of that debate amongst the hobby with the curtains and stuff. I don't know. I prefer his NBA Hoops rookie cards over that, to be honest. But Prism's always the most desirable, and I would like to have it so that I have, you know, all his rookie cards. Prices, absolutely ridiculous. But I think everyone in the hobby is pretty familiar with that at this point. Blaster retail is just starting to get worse and worse. These boxes are $35 a piece at Walmart where I found them today. They were $40 at Myers when we found them 2 days ago. Was it?
Yes.
It was like 2 days ago, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm paying $40 a blaster." 35 was even bullshit. But I was like, I'm gonna get two, and then I'm done. I'm not buying anymore because they're not gonna keep getting my money. Normally, I would pre-order 3 blasters or so. Then we'd, rip those. If I see more on the counter, I'd grab those because, at 20 to 25 bucks a blaster, sure, I can be a little bit more on board. But I just can't with $35. That's absolutely insane. They also had mega boxes of Prism football for 60 bucks a box. Ridiculous. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna see if we can potentially get our value back. Highly doubt it. But part of it is the experience of opening them. I've definitely began to start buying singles a lot more for products that I like because it's just worth your money. But we'll see what we can get here. Obviously, we're hunting Wemby. We're hunting Luca. Anytime I can get a Luca, I'm happy. Anytime I can get Chet, I'm happy. Um, so those would kind of be my three main ones that I'm hunting. So here we go. We'll go over the box a little bit. You're getting 24 cards in here. There's going to be 3 blaster exclusive ice prisms, so you can only get those in the blasters. And then they got red seismics, blue seismics, and the green pulsars, which are really, really hard to pull from what I know. And then you got penmanship and rookie penmanship as the autographs here. And then here is the breakdown of everything else up here. So the green pulsars, red seismics, the blues, and all that stuff are $2.99, I think, for the red seismics, and then you work all the way down to the green pulsars, which are $2.25. And then I would assume the blue seismics maybe are $1.99, $99, something like that. Doesn't specify each one, but I think that's what we mean here. As for some of this other stuff, I know I've looked at the checklist a little bit. I believe Prismania is something that's debuting in this set, if I remember correctly, but it doesn't say it here, so I don't know if that's exclusive to Hobby. Hope it's not, but I believe they did that with presentations, which kind of sucked because I bought some of that. That was out of was that Prism Draft? I'm trying to remember what that was out of, but I bought some of those thinking I could potentially pull presentations, and then I think I found out after the fact, like, oh, you can't even pull that out of the blasters. It was only Hobby. All right, so we'll have our 6 packs here. Go ahead and pop our other one open here just to get our packs out. Okay. All right. We'll keep them off to the sides and we'll go through each one. And let's see what we can get here. I gotta take this off. I don't have enough room, unfortunately. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you gonna pay $35? I mean, I know you probably are at least once. And I know somebody said you could get them pre-ordered from Target at like 30 bucks, and then you obviously have discounts with like Target Red Circle. Isn't that what it's called, Dave?
Yeah.
But I personally hadn't seen them up for pre-order. Every time I try to find them for pre-order, they'd be sold out or there wouldn't be. So I'm like, I'll grab these 2 since I saw them on the counter, and then that's it. All right, Damian Lillard on an emergent here, a Derek Lively the second. So here's one of our prisms, our cracked ice, I mean, and that's DeJounte Murray for the Hawks. Really like the cracked ice.
That's pretty.
And then a Maxwell Lewis on our rookie. Need my piles. All right. moving on to the next one. So nobody I'm personally looking for yet. Do love the cracked ices. Be better to get that on a rookie than someone I'm personally not familiar with. We got a green in here. It's not going to be a pulsar, I don't think. I don't believe the pulsars kind of have like little blocks. Rudy Gobert here. So our green. Let's see who this is for. Spurs. That's what we want. Pelicans. Who's on the Pelicans now? Zion still on the Pelicans? I'm not completely familiar. Brandon Ingram. It's a name I've heard before, but not familiar. Jet Howard on the rookie. And then our last one here is the Mavericks. Rashawn Holmes. On to the next one. So green's not going to be numbered. This is just a parallel you can get. So obviously value there if it's somebody worth pulling. You pull a Wemby of that, even if it's not numbered, it's going to sell for a decent amount. All right, we got the Joker there. Hey, let's go. Jalen Williams on the cracked ice. I like OKC a lot. They're one of my teams. They're probably my main team next to the Spurs. Spurs are just rough. And I'm sure I have some J-Dub, but I haven't pulled him much. And to get him on a cracked ice, I'm very happy with that. So we got a J-Dub there on the cracked ice. Pretty solid side-to-side centering. Bottom to top's terrible. Really tiny there. About double the size up there, but that's a PC card. We take that. And we got a silver here. We got our first Prizm, which isn't guaranteed, I don't think, for the Lakers. LeBron, maybe? Nope. AR? Colin Castleton, a rookie. Not familiar. That's on the Prizm, so we'll sleeve that one up. And then a Max Struss. So we'll sleeve up our J-Dub and our Prizm here. Definitely happy with the J-Dub pool. Nowhere near our $35 that we've spent, though. We got 3 more packs, so one more cracked ice guaranteed. Other than that, it's all just, we'll see what we get. I don't, at least from what I remember reading there, I don't believe we get a Prizm guaranteed. We got one there. Kind of nice to have it on a rookie, so. Got Jalen Suggs here. Second year, isn't, I believe? Maybe third, actually, at this point. Kobe Jones. So this is another Curtin one. Not a massive fan of it, but. All right, so this is probably an emergent color-wise, maybe for like the Hawks. Oh, it's a dominance. It is the Hawks, and it's Trae Young. Not a bad one to pull right now. Trae's been killing it over on the Hawks. And then Timberwolves, Naz Reid. Yeah, that Trae Young's not bad. Happy to pull that. He's doing really well right now. I was looking into getting one of his presentations because they're so cheap. Some of the people, I mean, obviously Luka, he's a little bit more expensive. LeBron, Curry, Wemby's just absolutely ridiculous on his presentations. But Trae Young really wasn't that bad. And I was like, might not be a bad one to pick up. Jaden Hardy. A Ja Morant here on the Dead Space, right? Or what is, no, it's Deep Space, sorry. I wasn't familiar with this insert. Kind of a cool one. I know Ja is back, right? And I know he was killing it, but... Okay, so here's our cracked ice. Wemby, please. We haven't even seen him once yet, which, I mean, it's not a guarantee for the Kings. Kevin Huerter. No familiarity there. So, ideally, we're done with our cracked ice. And the Hornets, Nick Smith Jr. All right, we got one more here. We have nowhere near made $35 on this blaster. And not even really in a personal sense. By all means, I'm happy with that J-Dub cracked ice. But I could have bought that for probably like $5 on the high end. So we do have one more blaster, but we do have a silver of some type of insert here. Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, so what is this? It's the Nuggets. An emergent. Julian Strother on a silver emergent. Once again, not who we're looking for. Celtic. I don't even think we've seen a single Spur. Larry Bird throwing it back. And 76ers. Kelly Oubre Jr. Not familiar. So completely dusted on that one. But that's what I figured going into this. Dusted to me. There could be some names there that I'm just not familiar with. But I feel like I know a decent amount right now. Getting back into basketball a little bit more lately. All right, moving on to our second blaster. Let's see if we can do better in this one. Kristaps Porzingis. Okay, we do have a green again, which to my knowledge weren't guaranteed, so it's kind of nice to at least get some color. Fortunate that it hasn't been anybody. Pacers, Halliburton? That'd be sick. Nope, Bruce Brown. Did he just sign with them? Raptors, Vince Carter. And Suns. Is that Youssef Nurkic? Not familiar. Psst. What are you doing, Norse? I just saw your thing. Sorry, I've been zoned in on this absolute beating that I'm taking. I knew it was going to happen, but here we are. Why do we do it? Adebayo. Okay, we got a silver here for the Bulls. I mean, I'll take an Io. Dasumu. Personally, I like him. I like to collect him. There's a lot of decent players. Alex Caruso's still on there, I think. Who is that? Oh, Zach LaVine. I'll take that. He's not the one I'm personally looking for from the Bulls, but obviously a great player. Into our cracked ice for the Wizards, a Jordan Poole. That's an absolutely gorgeous card. Gorgeous card. Cracked ices just look good. And then this one's kind of different here because there's no background.
That's the prettiest one.
Yeah, that's the prettiest one for sure. All right, moving on to the next one. We got the Suns. Booker? Nope. Grayson Allen. That's a neat one. I'm not like necessarily familiar with stats and stuff, but I definitely know Jordan Poole. I'm familiar with that name a little bit. I thought he was on the Warriors, but I also don't follow everything, and they trade a lot. So that's a sick one. I like that the background's completely gone there. It wasn't numbered or anything, so it is just a normal cracked ice, I believe. Still a neat one. All right, into next one, Scotty Barnes for the Raptors. He's been doing pretty well, I think. Celtics. Oh, Jordan Walsh on the rookie. Not a bad one to pull. Not who we're hunting, though. All right, we got another silver emergent here. Color's looking like Hornets, right? Yep. Brandon Miller. Pretty decent card to pull, I think. Not totally familiar. JC, what's up? Hey, that's what JC stands for. She was asking what JC stood for. And I'm like, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I told you it was probably Juan or Jose.
Yes, you did. Brandon Miller, though. Believe that's a decent one to pull on the silver emergent. I'm just not familiar with him. Another one for the Wizards here. Denny Advidja. Probably butchering some of these names. She was asking. I'm like, I can't remember, to be honest with you. Like, I forgot that on YouTube it shows your whole name. We're getting dusted hardcore over here, buddy. Hope you brought the luck in with you. Tim Hardaway Jr. Ooh. We got a pretty card coming. Not sure what this is. Is this a kaleidoscope? Instant Impact. Kobe Buffkin for the Hawks rookie card. Absolutely beautiful card, but I think there was like a kaleidoscope that you could get, which this is not, I don't think. Then we got a cracked ice behind it. For the Thunder, let's go. Not a rookie. Not sure whose hairstyle that is. It is. YouTube's dropping government names over here. I don't know whose hairstyle that is. Victor, I'm not familiar with him. Is he new? Let's see. He's got a Heat jersey on now. He got traded to the Thunder in July. I don't know. He's not playing that often, I don't think. Yeah, this is an interesting card. Not familiar with him, but that's a really cool insert. I was hoping it was somebody I was familiar with. So we got cracked ice on a Thunder, but it's not somebody I wanted. Hornets. Amari Bailey, rookie card there. All right, two more. This one's been a little bit more interesting. Still no big names. I don't think by any means we're close to what we spent here. This is just crazy. But this is Prizm. This is Panini right now. Kind of the state of it right now. Looks like another emergent coming up here. I think it was an emergent, or maybe it was a dominance. Agbaji there for the Jazz. So it was a dominance, and Donovan Mitchell. Familiar with the name, not familiar with the player necessarily. Hey Cameron, aka Doggy. Jazz. Walker Kessler. He was doing really good against the Thunder in the highlights I just watched recently for a game they had. And Pistons, Cade. Marvin Bagley. We have not, I don't even think we've seen a single Spur. So we can't even sweat it. We can't even be like, oh, maybe we got a Wemby. We are just like, no, we don't have a Wemby because there's no Spurs in this entire, these two blasters. Getting absolutely rocked. Last four cards here, guys. We got a Giddy. We'll take that. Somebody for the Thunder. Cracked Ice. Maybe we got one more. I think we got one more in this pack. I think we get three. Another deep space here. Oh, that's is that Amin or Osser? Amin Thompson. That was a solid one to pull.
That's pretty.
That was a solid one to pull. We pulled the deep space of Ja in the last one, but this one's solid. It's a rookie, Amin Thompson from the Rockets. So we'll take that one. So we do have our other cracked ice right here. Come on, Wemby. Or at least let us sweat it. Timberwolves. And we got Ant-Man. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm not necessarily an Ant-Man fan, but more the show, not the player. And colors-wise, Mavericks maybe. Nope, more Thunder. This is a rookie card, so Keontae Johnson. Okay, we'll take more. We'll take more Thunder. That box was definitely better than the last one. Still not even close to what we paid. I really don't think I'll buy anymore. It's too much for what we get here. Let's go. You know nothing about Basket of the Balls. This is true. Hey, you know probably just as much as I do, to be honest. I like watching highlights honestly any more than it because it's just the games. Sometimes they're a little monotonous. We got an Ant-Man here on a cracked ice. Victor Oladipo on a cracked ice. Not familiar with them. This instant impact, which actually should be over here. Jordan Poole. This one was a really cool cracked ice. For whatever reason, there's no background to it, which I thought was neat. It's definitely the coolest cracked ice we got. Zach LaVine here on a silver Prizm. We got a Bruce Brown for the Pacers on the green. Kevin Huerter for the Kings on a cracked ice. Jalen Williams, probably my favorite card we pulled because I like J-Dub on a cracked ice. Got Colin Castleton on a Prizm. Got a Brandon Ingram on a green. And then we got a DeJounte Murray on a cracked ice. And then moving through our other inserts here. Instant Impact of Kobe Buffkin. I've heard the name, not familiar at all. Pretty cool card. The only Instant Impact we pulled. Amin Thompson, rookie on the deep space. Pretty neat. Donovan Mitchell on the dominance. Brandon Miller on the emergent silver Prizm. I feel like Brandon Miller's a name that I've been hearing around. Like he's somebody to be looking out for. So it's not a bad card to pull. We also got a Julian Strother on our silver emergent there. A John Morant deep space. A Trey Young on the dominance. He's been killing it, lighting it up in the league. And a Derek Lively, the second on emergent. And then just our rookies here. No real rookies besides, I mean, Jordan Walsh. People seem to, I haven't seen him play personally. He's the only one out of all these rookies that I'm familiar with. I watch like last 5 minutes of most because most, it really doesn't until then. Because it's such a tug of war. And half the time you might be, you're like, all right, they're way ahead. they're good. They're gonna win this game, and then somehow you come back and you're like, wait a second, now they're losing. Like it's crazy. Some of the runs teams will go on. It'll be like 20 points where they score and nobody else scores. The other team doesn't. It's like that's wild. The no background cracked ice is so cool. It's definitely the coolest cracked ice we got. I do like cracked ice. I think they're neat, but that one's just different. It makes it so like stained glassy. It's really neat. So I love Prizm as cards. I've always enjoyed that, but for $70, $35 a blaster, 70 total, this was just terrible. Um, but I did it so you don't have to. Okay? Don't do it. Don't buy the blasters unless you can find a way to get them cheaper than like $30. Because somebody said you can get them for like $30 on Target if you pre-order, which I never saw that pre-order, and then potentially get more money off with like your Target circle. Only way. That cracked dice or like the blank background, like that would be cooler than this curtain thing they're doing now. The rookie cards this year have this curtain, which I guess is kind of like I understand maybe if they're like trying to like new to the stage type thing, but I am not a massive fan of the rookie cards having the curtain. That's what people have been talking about with Wemby's card. I don't know. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. We are going to probably do one more video here. We're going to end the stream and then maybe do another one so that we can open some One Piece that we've been wanting to open. So if you're interested in that, check out that video. We're going to be starting that stream up here soon. Yeah, not a fan. It's just not, I don't know, it's boring. I just feel like with what you're charging me for this shit, why don't we put a little bit more effort into the cards? Let's be honest. Let's just call it out. The football blur ones, the foosball blur ones. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all that stuff. Lets me know what you guys are into and what you're enjoying